welcome. This is your boy, the host, with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble. Dino Stradavis, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Monday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy people here at WrestleCram. Of course, the tag in. This is the Monday show. Thank you for watching it. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. I'm humbled each and every time I'm allowed to do this. Also, today is Memorial Day here in the States. I love y'all so much. We have to respect all of the people that are fighting hard and especially dying hard for us to do what we do. I mean, I wouldn't have this mic. I couldn't have my opinions if we were in some other crazy country. So I will say that thank you so much for doing what you are doing. I love you to the bottom of my heart. This day is not only for you guys. Once again, I do have a big brother who is a retired Marine. I have a father-in-law who is a retired Navy. So much love to everybody that do what you do to let me do what I do. Thank you so much. So today we're going to talk about MJF, maybe potential injury, Jade Cargill, potential probably flip on the character. Also, we're going to talk about NXT Battleground. We're going to talk about that today. And we are also going to do, I'm going to double down on what I was talking about, of course, when it comes to my takes on Double or Nothing. I'm going to double down on them. We're going to talk about it again. We're going to have probably a rant about the situation. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Sunday, this morning, I did take care of the new community tab for you guys to get your questions in. Also, don't forget about my Facebook group page. That's Wrestle Club WrestleCram Super Club. WrestleCram Super Club. Don't forget about that. You can have a great time there. It is not private. It is free for everybody to join. Enjoy yourself. I'm posting on there on a regular basis. I have friends out there that are posting on a regular basis as well. So much love to y'all for just doing a great job over there at WrestleCram Super Club. So let's get into, of course, MJF. This is from not WrestleCram. This is from Cultaholic.com. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Cultaholic.com. Also, do not forget that they do have a YouTube channel as well. Go over there and check them out. I love them times 12. MJF may have left Double or Nothing as the AEW World Champion, but he didn't walk away from the T-Mobile Arena unscathed. Freeman defended the AEW World Championship against his fellow pillars, Darby Allin, that's Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and Sammy Guevara. Congratulations to Todd Mello. They are having a baby. In a four-way match that was really probably the best match of the night to me at Double or Nothing. MJF ultimately retained the gold after an excellent match, pinning Darby Allin following a headlock takeover in only furthers their issues that have been building over the past years. MJF sustained an injury during the contest after Darby Allin landed on Freeman's arm during a top rope powerbomb spot. Freeman then appeared at the post-media scrum, and his left arm was heavily taped up. MJF made references to the injury, saying that people don't care about his forearm being fucking destroyed. During the one of the commentators acts on the media scrum there. The injury to Freeman left elbow or arm is unknown. The 27-year-old has been AEW champion since November of 2022. Double or Nothing when he was this is his only third title defense in that 1 year, almost that 1 year span. Once again, it was a really fun match. I enjoyed that match. Time 12. That was probably the best match on the card. I really enjoyed it. It was really, really fun. Very strategic with MJF. I mean, if you had to go through all the champions as of right now, to me, MJF is probably the number 2 best world champion out of all of the mainstream TV wrestling shows. I mean, he's great on the mic. He is great in the ring, and he does not want to hurt anybody. He is not that type of guy that he's going to keep you safe, and he wants to keep him safe. Now, there are things in the ring that you cannot partake, that you cannot predict. And there's going to be situations where, you are going to get injured. Now, hopefully this is not a injury where he is gone for a while. Hopefully he does not have to get rid of his his AEW title. I'm getting tired of these interim champions that we get every other 6 months in the company. Hopefully that's not that situation. Hopefully he is one of those guys that he doesn't. The thing is, he doesn't do a lot of matches, so he shouldn't hope. If he is injured for a little bit, the next one is Forbidden Door, which is in I'm thinking late June. If he does wrestle, give him some time to recuperate. Just keep him on the mic and just having a great time. That's the only thing I can possibly think of at this situation with that. Just like I said, MJF is really, really good. I enjoy him times 12. Hopefully this is just kayfabe, or probably just an injury where this isn't going to keep him away from AEW for a long stint. Much love to MJF. Positive and healing energy I'm giving from me to him. Hopefully everything will be all right. After that, we're going to talk about Jade Cargill undergoing a complete character change. This is from Cultaholic.com as well. Don't forget, go check out Cultaholic on Facebook and YouTube. I'm on YouTube now. On YouTube. After 60 victories, Jade Cargill undefeated streak comes to an end at Double or Nothing. As that bitch lost to Chris Statlander in a impromptu match at Double or Nothing to also end her reign as TBS champion. The match came about after Jade Cargill defeated Ty Valkyrie. Pretty decent match, very short match, but decent match. And Mark Sterling stating in a post-match promo that Jade would put her TBS title on the line anytime, any place. After that, Chris Statlander was originally planned to be the wrestler to end Cargill's streak at AEW, ultimately revealing those plans at Double or Nothing. Fightful Select reported that Statlander has been placed as a person to beat Jade Cargill dating back several weeks. I guarantee I said this and I wasn't even reading about it. That's the crazy thing about it. Statlander has been out of action since August of 2022 with a torn ACL. She's often been on the road with AEW despite the injury, and she's recently worked out in the ring ahead of the episode of Dynamite. Statlander will also lead to Jade Cargill taking some time off. I said that as well. I said that yesterday. Not immediately. Fightful noted when she returns from hiatus, it will be with a personal staff down the road. It may lead to a babyface turn. Is unknown. Cargill has been a heel since she made her AEW debut back in 2022, even landing her own heel faction, of course, the Baddies. Now, here's the thing. We now have that the Outcast, they do have the world title now. They have the world title now. They are on the top of the mountain. Now, I think this is a beautiful thing for her to lose the title, finally, and now venture off to the world title scene. She is a original, so it'll be a great thing for her to join the original, being the leader of the originals, and now her having a beef with Tony Storm. Now having Tony Storm be a heel champion and run with that title for at least a year. Let her have a very dominant title run this go around, instead of her having that really dud turnaround when she had it as the interim champion. I mean, it would be a very fun thing to see, and then eventually having Jade come back and become a face and do what she has to do when it comes to even more her being trained and being a really good wrestler. She has the face, she has the body, she has the moves, and she has the mic skills. What more can we say about Jade Cargill? I've been a Jade Cargill fan for a very long time, so it would work with that situation. Even having Chris Statlander lose her title to one of the Outcasts or whatnot. I mean, it would be a very great thing. I think that would happen with this situation. But we'll see. We'll see with this fun and awesome thing that will happen with Jade Cargill, because I think only the best will happen. It has to happen because there isn't the best when it comes to women and diversity in AEW. So hopefully something will happen. Hopefully something will come around and work with this. Okay, so let's talk. Oh goodness, let's talk about NXT Battleground. I truly think NXT Battleground was the best show of the entire weekend. We'll talk about, of course, AEW Double or Nothing after Battleground. Man, but anyway, let's talk about some positive stuff. Palate cleanser, to say the least. We got Wes Lee versus Joe Gacy versus Tyler Bates. This is for the NXT North American Championship. This was a very fun match. Every time Wes Lee gets in the ring with anybody, it looks like he does a great job just mushing his wrestling style with other people's wrestling style. It is very fun. We get Tyler Bate. We get that with, well, when he gets in the ring, he doesn't even look at Tyler. He's like, dude, you should have came another way to challenge me for this title. You went the other way. You went the back door. You destroyed everything that we had as a friendship to try to go for this North American title. It did erupt eventually on the outside, where they start pushing each other, and they start delivering blows, where Joe Gacy comes out with a suicide dive, connecting with both of them, Tyler Bates and Joe Gacy on a shoulder. It was crazy. Tyler Bates had Joe Gacy on his shoulders, and he had Wes Lee, and he was turning both of them. And this little man just had both of these guys just turning them around. It was just the craziest thing. Also, we get a Joe Gacy double team move where he does a face plant on Tyler Bate, and he does an Iranagi on Wes Lee all at the same time. It was really good as well. Wes Lee delivered both of the those crazy kicks that he has, those cardiac kicks, both knocking both of them out. We get Wes Lee with a suicide off of he was running toward Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy gets out the way. He does a suicide off the top, hitting Tyler Bate, eliminating him from the situation. And we get another cardiac kick by Wes Lee onto Joe Gacy to retain the title. When I tell you this was a great opener, beautiful opener, I enjoyed the opener times 12. After that, we get the Dragon Lee versus Noam Dar. This is the Heritage Cup. And we have the Heritage Cup rules. It is a 5-round match of 3 minutes. Pinfall will immediately end that round. And a TKO automatically ends the entire match. After that, if it is tied, the person who has the Heritage Cup retains the Heritage Cup. I thought it was a very interesting match. I thought it was really fun. I didn't put a lot of in this because it was a long match, lots of craziness. So we'll just go by rounds. The first round, there was no points given, but Dragon Lee was on a roll and he was trying to do a suicide, but the referee stopped him and said, "Hey, the round is over." Also, on the side of Dragon Lee was Nathan Frazier, and eventually we get Mensa. He comes out for Noam Dar. That was on the second round. The second round, Noam Dar does win with a pinfall. Beautiful, crazy pinfall. Matter of fact, I think he worked the eye of Dragon Lee, giving him that pin. The third round was a no points given, but we get a Judas effect by Noam Dar, knocking Dragon Lee completely out, knocked him out cold. Round 4, we get where Mensa pushes the ropes for Noam Dar to get to the ropes because got a Texas Cloverleaf by Dragon Lee. Nathan Frazier is like, "What is going on with you, dude?" Mensa was supposed to be a face, so apparently not a face anymore. So Mensa grabs Nathan Frazier and throws him into the steel steps. After that, we get a Dragon gets a pinfall win with a body slam or a free fall body slam, pinning Noam Dar. At the end of the match, Mensa grabs Noam Dar, bringing him to the side. We get Nathan Frazier. He gets in the ring. He attacks Mensa. They go to the outside where, Mensa goes to the outside where Nathan Frazier does a beautiful suicide dive, suicide dive off of the ring onto Mensa. They are both ejected from the match. Now we go into round 5, where now it gets a little weird because now it's 1-1, but apparently we get the two women he was talking to last week. We get those two going in, and now we get the situation where it's Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson? Is it Turinga? I'm sorry, I must have spelled it wrong. Jackson and Lash Legends. Jackson interferes with the referee, giving the opportunity for Lash Legends to hit Dragon Lee with the spit bucket, knocking him out, giving him the opportunity to pin and win the match. It was a very fun match, very innovative match. I would like to see more of these type of matches with the Heritage Cup in the mix. It was very fun. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully, I'm thinking, are we still supposed to get NXT Europe? We'll find out. After that, we get a last man standing match. That's going to be Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak. When I tell you this match is supposed to be the match that we supposed to got at Double or Nothing against Chris Jericho and Adam Cole, this was the match. This was the second best match of the night for me. Dijak, we get the steel steps came into effect again. He throws that into the ring. Dijak throws Dragunov into the steps. Oh my goodness. Dijak grabs a table from the ring. He doesn't even set it up. So Ilya Dragunov runs through the table, slitting this part right here. I'm talking about just blood. And it was just crazy. So they had to kind of stop the match a little bit. Had the doctor go check him out and see what's going on, hook him up a little bit. But we get a Dijak grabs. Oh my God, we get a coast to coast. Dragunov grabs the steel chairs that Dijak put into the ring. He puts it against his neck. He gets on the other side of the ring, does a coast to coast on the steel steps onto Dijak's neck. Oh my God, it was crazy, but it was crazy good. Dijak gets the upper advantage again. He grabs one of the kendo sticks I mean, he's consistently wailing on the chest of Dragunov over and over again. After that, we get a chair. A chair comes in where he attacks Dragunov with the chair, but at the end, we do get a crazy spot where the steel steps that they did have. He got to the top of that steel steps, uh, doing a elbow to the back of the neck to hijack his head, hits the steel the chair, and he does not get up after that. So we do get Dragunov. Dragunov does win this go round. When I tell you this match was intense, it was way better than that match that we saw at Double or Nothing. After that, we get a segment of Chase University where they are talking about he has his new teachers there, which is Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak. They are crapping on Thea Hale. Thea Hale is upset. She walks out, and Duke Hudson goes to him and said, "Dude, what is going on, man? You're making everybody cry. Like, what come back next week with some better material, right?" That was pretty much the end of that. After that, we get a party with the new faction of Noam Dar, which is Jackson, Lash Legends, and Midza. Apparently, they're a little faction now. So they are doing a party, have a great time in Boston. After that, we get the Creed Brothers versus Gallows for the NXT Championship. I love the Creed Brothers, but once again, I knew they were not going to win due to the fact that of what Gallows is doing to Stacks and Tony D'Angelo. So, Tony D'Angelo is now locked up due to the fact that Gallows said something, or they dropped dime on Tony D'Angelo about the situation, I guess, with Pretty Deadly being in the docks. But once again, Pretty Deadly is on SmackDown. You should know this now. They're in the same universe. So I was like, okay, I guess. So we started with at the very. We're gonna fast forward because it was pretty much the exact same thing that what they do with Gallows and the Diamond Mine or the Creed Brothers. We get multiple bellies by Julius. Numerous. I mean, just numerous. Then kept ups. Just back belly to belly kept ups. I mean, numerous of them. It was really, really good. Joe Coffey tries to get in to interfere. Ivy Nile sweeps the leg of Coffey. They clothesline him out, but out comes Ava Rain. She grabs Nile, throws her into the turnbuckle of the ring, knocking her out, giving Gallows the opportunity to do their finisher and end and win. Once again, I knew this was probably going to happen. I knew they're going to have some type of situation where Ava Rain has to face Ivy Nile. Probably they have the Great American Bash. Hopefully that happens at the Great American Bash. They just keep building it. Let it build, you guys, and let them face one-on-one. We don't need a mixed tag match with this. Let them do what they do. We still haven't seen a one-on-one with Ava Rain anyway, so let's see what happens with this situation. After that, we have the women's. This is the who will be crowned the women's NXT champion. This is Tiffany Stratton versus Laura Valkyrie. Is it? I cannot pronounce that. But anyway, it was a decent match. I mean, it was pretty much where the story was that Cora Jade attacked Laya with the kendo stick, messing that leg completely up. And that's pretty much what the situation was, because we tried to get that Black Miss heel kick, turning heel kick. She couldn't pull it off because her leg just gave out on her. We eventually get the kick, but Tiffany Stratton is so close to the ring, the ropes, where she puts her foot on the ring, on the ropes. Great move, great ring, know where you are in the ring. I mean, we got that crazy, that Samoan drop that she does, attempted to do the prettiest moonsault, did not pull it off the first go around, and she pulls it off the second time, ends it 1-2-3 for Tiffany Stratton to win the title. Great job on her with that situation. I think she's going to be a really great champion. I enjoy her times 12. They were talking on the commentator's desk about her idol being a Charlotte Flair. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with that situation. I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed everything about this, everything that consists of NXT Battleground. Once again, I thought this was the best show of the weekend. I will tell anybody to go watch every single match on the card. It was just that good. After that, we get the main event, Bron Breakker versus Carmelo Hayes. This was a banger. I mean, believe it or not, Bron Breakker did a great job selling, and Carmelo's really good at selling anyway, regardless of the situation. Out of everybody in NXT, I don't care who it is, Carmelo Hayes is going to be the one to look at. I guarantee he's going to be like that Finn Balor, where Finn went from that to main roster to Universal Champion that fast. I see Carmelo Hayes being that type of situation where he goes from NXT to World Championship just instantly. That's how good Carmelo Hayes is. But we get a strong start by, of course, Braun, just manhandling, throwing him all over the place. Braun also, we get a crazy suicide dive by Carmelo Hayes. After that, he jumps right back on him on the outside, just delivering punch after punch after punch. Toward the end of the match, we get a suicide. We get that. Yeah, we get that too. So, Carmelo is doing strategy when it comes to strategy when he's working the leg of Bron Breakker. It really didn't come to a complete storyline, him working the leg, but we get a springboard. I don't know what he was trying to do with the springboard, but he turns around, and it is a devastating spear from Bron Breakker. Great spear by Bron Breakker. But Carmelo did win. We get a springboard again into a DDT, and then we get a nothing but neck leg drop for Carmelo Hayes to retain the title. Once again, this match was really good. Anytime I see Carmelo Hayes in something that consists of a match or anything that he's even in a impromptu promo, he is so good it makes no sense, you guys. I enjoy him. He did a great job for both participants. Hopefully we get Braun leaving for a little bit and eventually going to main roster, because I guarantee that's probably what's going to happen with that situation. Once again, fun match, a fun show. I will tell anybody to go see this show from start to finish. Hands down, funny show. Not funny show, fun show. You want to talk about funny? Let's talk about funny, because I will double down on what I talked about on the match at Double or Nothing. When I tell you that this is just not making any sense to me, it truly do suck. It sucks because of so many different occasions. Now, once again, I'm a huge fan. We'll start from the top of the card to the bottom of the card. The Royal Rumble, I will say again, I love Orange Cassidy. I'm a huge Orange Cassidy fan. Apparently, he is a person who sells a lot of merch. Feel you on that. But he's been champion for a while. Don't you think it's time for somebody else to get that title? Somebody who probably needs the title to be up front? Yes. I think that now Orange Cassidy is above title now. That's how good he is. Swerve was the perfect person. He was the perfect person to get that title. He was the last person. I think it would have been a great thing for him to to have that title. Now, probably there are going to be a situation where Swerve is going against Orange Cassidy and eventually gets the title. Yes, but on a big stage like this, I think it would have been a great thing for him to win. He's ran through pretty much everybody in the mid card right now. He is injured. The storyline of Orange Cassidy is that he's injured. He's been wrestling nonstop. I'm just saying. So, but once again, I'm okay with Orange Cassidy being champion. I'm not mad at Orange Cassidy being champion. I know it's not his fault that he's still champion. It just seems like the fact that, the booking just doesn't math to me sometimes. Now we go from that to this slog fest, to this snore fest of a non-sanctioned match, which was not a, it wasn't even a non-sanctioned match. It went from that to a, now we're gonna do a strap match, because that's pretty much what it was. It was a strap match to determine who would win. At the beginning, we got Sabu doing crazy stuff in a suit that looks very expensive, and he leaves. And then we finally get the match, and it was just a joke. It was overbooked. It was not good. And then we go from that to a palate cleanser to, the tag match was good. Don't get me wrong. It was overbooked as hell. It was more overbooked than the last match, but it was still a pretty compelling match that I enjoyed, and I guarantee a lot of people have enjoyed, because I enjoyed Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's a really great wrestler as of right now. The Team TNA is really, really good. So we go from that and we go to a match that was overbooked and not good as well, with Christian Cage and Wardlow. Wardlow just won the title. Okay, don't you want him to wrestle somebody that deserves a title shot? What happened to the ranking system in AEW? I forgot. Did they just go away from the ranking system? Christian Cage just came back from an injury. How is he the first number one contender to be doing this? I would have booked Powerhouse Hobbs, and to me, I would have booked Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow in a steel cage match. That would have been the match to do, because there will be nobody that can get in, and we can have that for Powerhouse to win that title back. Because the TNT title is a fucking joke. It's a joke. Nobody likes that title. It's a hot. They should change it to hot potato title, because it's a hot potato. Every time somebody goes there, it is a hot potato to me. And with the Arn Anderson thing, he had to bite onto the thumb of Luchasaurus like he's sucking his thumb or something. It was the weirdest thing. It was so awkward, it made no sense to me. So we go from that to the Jamie Hayter match, which shouldn't have even been a match. It shouldn't even have been a match. It should have been, you know what? The Rhea Ripley versus Natalya match, to me, was way better than this match right here. Once again, overbooking, and I'm going to say this as well, which is a huge fan of Jim Cornette. Shout out to Jim Cornette. Lazy booking. This whole card was lazy booking. Lazy booking, you guys. So we get now, once again, Toni Storm. Congratulations to Toni Storm. I'm not mad at Toni Storm, but the booking made no sense at all. Why are you using Britt Baker 1,000,000 times over? It makes no sense. Make it make sense, and I promise you the math will math. But the math is not mathing right here. After that, we get, I think it was Taya Valkyrie, and yeah, it was Taya Valkyrie and Jade Cargill. Once again, I understand why this happened. This actually made sense with the situation. It was a fun match, but it was a quick, short match. What's the point? What's the point? What is the point of this? What is the point of this? Now, the ending, once again, did they steal this off of Hulk Hogan in 1993? Yes, they did. That's exactly what they did. They stole exactly the same concept from 1993 WrestleMania, Bret Hart versus Yokozuna. That's pretty much what it was. It was a joke. This was a total joke to me. And I'm happy that Statlander, who is up there, I'm a huge Chris Statlander fan, huge Jade Cargill fan. I'm happy Jade is getting some time off because she deserves it. But what's the point of having this match, and you're going to have another match for her to actually win? For Chris Statlander to win. I'm happy she's back. I'm happy she's 100% healthy. But this just, build toward it. Build toward it. This is lazy booking. Lazy booking. Throughout the entire show. Lazy booking. So we go from that to now the House of Black, the House Rules match with the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed, one of the most over group in AEW. Out of everybody in the organization, the Acclaimed is the most over group in the entire freaking business. You have them job out to the champions who just won those titles, and you knew they wasn't going to get these titles. Why didn't you build to another pay-per-view? You could have built to another pay-per-view. You could have made something really good about this, but you didn't. After that, you get now the main event, who I thought was the main event, the best match of the show, which was the Four Pillars. I mean, everybody knew that MJF was going to win this. Everybody knew that MJF was going to win. The question was, how was he going to win? And it was a great thing because Darby's like, I'm going to win with an overhead, I think it was a headlock. MJF did the exact same thing that what he said he was going to do. Cool. I'm cool with that. I have really nothing bad to say about this match because it was a really fun, innovative match. I enjoyed MJF times 12. He did a great job. Also, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara. They did a great job. All their intros were good. I love Jay Cargill intro as well. That was a really fun intro. After that, we get the Anarchy in the arena match. The only thing that I can remember about that match is that they going to super kick the guy who's singing the song for 10 fucking minutes. 10 minutes. It took me completely out of the match. But what is this a movie? Are we in a movie? Like, what is going on? This makes no sense to me. And then we get an exploding shoe, which was cool. I thought that was cool. I honestly thought that was cool. That was the fun part of the show. I liked that part. I even liked the part with Kakeshka and whatever Don Callis coming out to help the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't think that Kakeshka is part of the Blackpool Combat Club. I just think that Don Callis now has his Kenny Omega. He has his new Kenny Omega with Kakeshka. That's my thing. I think that he needs a mouthpiece. I do see him as a world champion for a very long time. And I do see that he is one of the pillars, the new pillars of AEW when it does happen. So Kakeshka is one of those people that are going to get over times 12 or whatnot. But it was just not a good match. I never liked the Anarchy. If I had to choose, the last one was good. The last one was better than this one. I mean, it wasn't as chaotic as what we thought it was with the last one, with the freaking gasoline by Eddie Kingston trying to set people on fire. You know, I thought that was very interesting. It was very innovative. It was very good. But this was just a dumpster fire. Fire not intended, me saying that, but I'm just saying it was just not the purpose of what this should have happened. We did hear, like I said, we did hear Kenny Omega. He talks about that, you know, he has more friends that he can bring to help him. So we'll see. We'll see. And once again, I am an AEW fan. I think this is the second best storyline in all of wrestling. I think this is a great storyline. I enjoy the storyline. It's just the match itself was not. Now we're going, I guess, into blood and guts now because this is just not good. This is what I would do. And I'm not trying to steal from the WWE. These 4 pay-per-views are not deserving. You need more pay-per-views. You need more exposure when it comes to trying to build a show. Because the build to this show was dog shit. I thought it was good until we got the ending of the matches, which were trash. We need more exposure when it comes to anything that consists of wrestling. Now, hopefully that, you know, Collision does help. Hopefully Collision does explain more and give us more of a fun type of feel. Once again, everybody that's on Dark and Elevation, you can put those people on that hour Rampage show. I would still watch it. Give them their own heavyweight title and everything. I would want that to happen over there in Rampage. Collision is your second flagship show, and that should move everything that you have for 2 hours. Now you have 4 hours to do what you got to do now. I'm just saying, it's getting to a point of just head scratching and what the fuck isms. I'm just being completely honest with you. No, I'm gonna double down. This was not a good show. This was a waste of time and a waste of money. If I had to choose, I would have put this match on the tag in, and I would have did NXT a standalone pay-per-view recap. That's what I would have done, because it was just that not good. It was just exhausting, and their matches and their shows are already long. The shows are exhausting long. And, you know, we get this. We get this. I mean, they never came back from recovery from the Chris Jericho and Adam Cole match. That's how bad it was. But I love y'all. I love y'all so much. In the comments, what do you think? You think I was wrong for doubling down on AEW Dynamite? What do you think about NXT Battleground? Do you think that was a good show? Also, what do you think about Jade Cargill getting some time off and maybe coming back as a face? And MJF, do you think he's injured? Hopefully he's not injured. Hopefully, you know, this was just some time for him to relax, okay? Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. From the bottom of my heart, I really do. Once again, happy Memorial Day to everybody. Don't forget to get your questions in on the community tab, so I can do that on Friday. Don't forget, I do have a Facebook group page. It is WrestleCram Super Club, WrestleCram Super Club. I love y'all so much. The best is truly yet to come. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.